All right, I'm Dwayne Caraway. We're back with the other side. Mama King and DEWBERRY, they're my guests. I've been in the break doing a whole bunch of talking. Y'all know I'm long-winded, so you might have to kind of fix it up a little bit, Troy, so I won't worry everybody down. Y'all subscribe to this because we're getting ready to talk about incarceration and restoring rights, things that are needed, things that we're going to do, things that Mama King is doing, she needs help on, and DEWBERRY and Charleston, they've both committed that they're going to help. And we're going to get the rest of the fellas in here, starting with Trap. I'm going to call his name till he come. Then I'm going to tell Trap we'll call his name till he get over here.
Okay.
All right? What do we need to do to help? What is it when folks get out that you need help with, that we can help everybody?
Well, like I discussed with them, was when we initially got into it, I told Charleston it's gonna break his heart first, because we have so many broken ends now. We're dealing with a lot of broken ends. From the outside looking in, you're looking at the child has a family base. They should be able to go back home and do what they're supposed to do. Until I believe earlier DEWBERRY was telling you about that phone call when the mama called the job. You have a 5-minute phone call. Here go your son, and the mama say, "What's up, my nigga? What you doing in there? You know such and such killed such and such." And then you say that's when you see the inside out. It ain't gonna be good. It's not gonna be a good outcome. I regret today to tell DEWBERRY that kid that did that he got killed. He passed away. Shortly, not even 6 months after he got released, he got shot and killed. So I was just going back into one of my best friends. Well, my best friend, she lives in D.C. now. We worked at Home Street together. We call it going through the mud. And just reflecting on those days back in the day where even at such a young age, you saw it you didn't see actually what the result of it was, but you felt like you had done your job, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. So, because I saw the holistic approach of it. So I saw the kid coming there from whatever the drug rehab. I saw him getting help, and then afterwards it was an after program where we could watch him for a little bit longer, and at least, if nothing else, I knew he was doing a little bit better or a little bit worse. Mm. And so throughout that program, the North Star program and the Medicare and Medicaid, they got all that money. They was giving out billions of dollars back then. They had the cheese head, what is it called, cheese, where they snorted the cheese, you know. It was
I remember all that cheese. They got rid of it.
They
got rid of that cheese.
They got rid of the cheese, but they didn't get rid of the product of the cheese.
Okay.
The people still was on it.
Okay.
And then now these children that we have here, these are their children. So they didn't get rid of it all the way. Yeah, but they took the money and messed over it, and then they took the resources, and then they left them with no help, because the children now are making those decisions because they still here with their product of it. Cheese is gone. We don't know what to do. We don't have no, and that's what they were saying about the kids that are being incarcerated, even adults. They're being incarcerated off of mental stuff instead of behavioral stuff.
Okay.
You have a lot of kids that are locked up because they haven't been diagnosed over some mental things because of their parents. Ain't nothing wrong with my baby. Ain't nothing wrong with me. It's something wrong with you too, ma'am. You just wasn't diagnosed yet. But we got to start. We got to start somewhere. Somebody has to take accountability and say, I think I may need help also.
Well, who's working with you from the elected level?
Sir, Charleston.
So we the elected. Go ahead.
I'm just kind of like, I'm really, like he said earlier, I'm kind of like a small jewel that just, I'm like a small gem that just happened to be stuck in the coal mine. I'm just down in the dirt with them.
Well, what about Washington D.C.?
I don't have any information about that because they don't come to the juvenile department. I mean, unless something wrong, unless we doing something wrong. Now we doing something wrong, they right there.
But they gonna take a tour eventually.
Right,
just take a tour. Just
right,
take a tour
right.
to say
but
we've been there.
But they're looking for wrong. They're not looking for the staff that's in there trying to make sure that these kids are okay. They're not looking for that.
Let's call out some names now.
I don't know the names now. See, I still work there now. I can't.
Okay, all right.
I got to keep a job. I ain't quite set up yet to just.
You ain't set up yet?
I ain't set up yet. I'm waiting on that blessing. But
I think that's what we're dealing with right now, is because you got to realize that Like prime example, Miss King.
If they mess with you, let me say, anybody mess with you,
Yes, sir.
they got to mess with me.
Okay.
I ain't
got you.
bullshitting.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes, sir. But they
So
won't.
no,
They won't mess
wait,
with me.
no, I know. I'm just wait. I want to make sure we real
Okay.
clear.
Yes, sir.
And then whoever might be watching or whoever
sir.
might decide
Right.
they want to start messing with you,
Right.
you're gonna be messing with a
Oh.
whole bunch
They
if you
know.
mess with her.
I'm a
Cause
tough
she's
cookie.
working and we got your back. I
Yes,
personally
sir.
got it.
I appreciate
Yeah.
Better not mess with you.
I appreciate
Go ahead on now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Now, don't
because
get too much loose.
Right,
But,
right.
but just
Oh,
keep
no,
your-
no,
but-
no, no. I'm
but they
already
better
a
mess-
firecracker by myself, but
Okay,
they know.
I'm
they
Nah,
know.
sorry.
swear
I just had to
business.
say that.
Yeah.
But like I said with Miss King doing all she can because at the end of the day, to be honest with you,
Right,
like we willing to give people voices,
right,
but now we giving Miss King the voice
Right.
to speak. But
Right.
before then, nobody
Nobody would come out.
Nobody would come out. Nobody had knowledge of Miss King.
but they
We
supposed to
had
have
to
knowledge.
they supposed to, but they didn't. What did it take? It took us to go on our journey,
Right,
to start screaming and yelling.
right,
And we saying, hey, look, we got Mama King right here. We even did this with Mama Duck. We even did this with a lot of people. See, it's not just about us. See, that's what a lot of people got to realize, that when they see this, it's not just about us, because we only can do so much.
right.
It's about people like you, Mr. Carraway, Miss King. Now it's like, okay, they starting to connect with different people now.
Right.
Okay, now we can get some traction going.
Right.
See, that's what's going on because it's so much that need to be done. The incarceration. We sit back and we wonder why kids go back to prison or a graveyard. We wonder why. Well, there's no need to wonder why. All we got to do is look at their home. All we got to do is just look at the home. And we can be able to see. You can't save everybody, but you can see why he got to go back to jail or to a graveyard.
But when
And
you
it's
say
sad.
look at the home, what do you, let's break it down.
It's the foundation. And to piggyback what DEWBERRY said, I think it's repetitive. I think I've said this before in another filming we had. It's the although it's unfortunate when they come inside that facility, it's more of a home to them than home.
But I guess I want to get into the home side of it. What home? Are we talking about where they grow up, where they
We talking
sleep,
about
where their
mother-
mama is,
Their
and all
house.
that? Their house.
Right.
When you got to come home,
Okay.
it ain't no food in there.
Right.
Okay.
When you got to come home,
Ain't no mama
the
there.
clothes dirty. Mama out twerking.
Or
Daddy nowhere.
Okay. I'm just breaking it down.
So-
I'm just getting this old chicken up.
When we look at that, I mean it because I watch a lot of these youngsters. I've done the time. I've been there. And when you have conversations with them, when they lose respect for mama,
That's it.
you dealing with a monster.
Say it one more time.
When you lose respect for mama, you dealing with a kid that's gonna be a monster.
I agree. I agree. I just want you to repeat it.
Because you can lose respect for daddy, and that's just that. These kids losing respect for mama. You said something earlier when we was talking on the sideline. When you saw Living Colors and they introduced everybody that came out, those women had on clothes, right?
Right.
Okay. These kids get an opportunity to see their mama with no clothes.
I agree with that. Oh, yes, you hit it.
We coming from an era where mama kept a lot of things from our eyes.
Right.
Now we're in an era where mamas don't give a damn about what the little kids see. So now, here come the jokes. You remember the jokes in school. Yo mama this. Man, that'll get you hit in your mouth.
Hard.
You'll get hit in your mouth for telling the mama jokes. But now, come on, man. Now everybody look at your mama. I saw your mama on the kids dissing. I saw your mama on OnlyFans.
Instagram, yeah.
I saw your mama on Twitter. Ooh, your mama do this, your mama do that.
That makes so much sense what you're saying.
So much. When you see that, a kid
Looking at his naked
looking
mama.
at his mama, how you gonna tell me that man ain't man? He don't give a you know what about nothing until he fall, and he got to talk to Mama King.
Last week, a few episodes back, and I think it was when I was doing one of my hotter than fish grease. I think that's what it was. And I was talking about this very same thing that we're talking about. And I think I was saying, keep it a secret was part of the topic, and keep it a surprise. In other words, just what you just said is no surprise. Because what is it for a man to wonder about if you show him all of the secrets in advance? And then, but you put another segment with it when you said on the video that kid can see his mama. And so what is it for the kid to intake as we move forward?
And we dealing with that.
That's strong.
And it's also deeper than that to add on to what he's saying.
God damn, that's strong.
The total opposite. The mother that works so hard.
Yes.
Well, I'm providing. I work so hard, but you're not present. You can make all the money in the world. You can do it, but you're not present. You're not being a role model. You're not leading. You're showing him that you go to work, but you're not there. Where Mama at? I need to go. Mama, you gonna come to my game? I gotta go to work. Mama, you gonna do this? I gotta go to work. That's almost as prevalent as being on the internet, being naked, because you're absent. This stuff is so deeper with these kids. Like he said, like Charleston said, I think I heard him say, if you sit down and actually talk to them, or let them talk to each other. Because sometimes I just let them talk to each other because I like to, like the lady on 227, I listen, and then I come back and have a group with them, but I'll make it comfortable for them, not no setting where it's costing them their livelihood just for them to be comfortable. But I make it comfortable by telling them whatever goes on in this group is in this group. If I hear it somewhere, I can't do nothing about it, but I'm a good pump faker. If I hear it somewhere else, y'all know I can't trust none of y'all. That way I earn their trust. I've had kids open up about things, and they've comforted other kids, crying, tears, hard kids will be fighting this. Man, I'm sorry, man. I apologize. I didn't know you've been through that. Because you don't know, you think you hard, what you've been through hard, until you hear that little boy say, my daddy put me in the oven and put a wig on me. See, you don't know that kind of stuff until, it get real. It get real in Miss Kid, because that's the only way that you're going to stop from hurting other people until you get some of that hurt off of you. And you're not finna sit and fight in my section all day, because I don't allow angriness, because this the day the Lord gave me, and you're not going to control my day because you angry. So we're going to talk about why you angry, or you're going to go with one of them counselors. But guess what? I don't trust you with them counselors, because guess what? She not better than me. She not better than me. If I send you to somebody else, that means they better than me. They can do my job better than me. So I'm that selfish. No, she not better than me, so we're going to sit here and deal with you.
Well, let me ask you this. I'm listening, and I'm really trying to struggle hard to figure out a way to address the problem. We put the problem out here. I'm trying to get to a solution. And what can we do? What needs to be done? In other words, okay, here's the kid, here's the mama, here's the daddy. I'm going to just say daddy's floating. What do we do? Because it sounds like we got to get to these mamas.
The thing about it is no one answer.
There's
no one answer. So we can get that scenario out of our head that we're gonna say, here, DEWBERRY, go do this, and that's gonna be it. It's no one answer. In this generation, in this era we in right now, it's relevant to a burning house, and we in the house burning.
It's burning.
Sometimes you just gotta let it burn down. Sometimes you gotta let it run. Everybody run out. Let's get out. We safe. Sometimes we just gotta let it burn down, and then we can come back and rebuild it. It takes some time. We're going to have to sit down with some minds. We're going to have some great people and some people invested. We're going to have some people committed. And some people committed to say, DEWBERRY, I like you. You my homeboy, but I don't need you. You ain't for this part. You not for. See, we can't have all that. Come on with me. Come on with me. And then we coming in there and we not on the same mindset. That's what these kids cause they gonna pick you. These kids know if you there for them or you there for a chick or whatever. They can pick you out just like that.
Mm-hmm.
No, miss, he ain't gonna stay here long. I already got him. And they gonna have you out there buying stuff. They gonna have you out there twerking, man.
Shit.
If you on twerk, I'm gonna get my boy to beat you up.
Shit.
Sir, you saying shit, but I worked there. I done seen some niggas twerking, and I didn't understand why you out work twerking. They scared of them kids because they didn't know. They young. They wasn't prepared. They not committed.
That's crazy.
They not mentally committed.
Well, we gotta address it though. And
This is how we do it.
Yeah, I'm just
answer
saying.
your question.
Whatever it is that I can do, I'm going to do whatever role it is that I need to play.
You doing it.
Yeah.
I give you doing it now.
And whatever it is, because we got to do something.
Gotta do something.
A winner never quits, and a quitter never wins. And we got to win this game.
Yeah.
Okay? We got to make our contribution in to help get this thing turned around. I'm not going to write everybody off because I think there are some that can be saved.
A lot of them can
Right,
be
a
saved.
lot of-
You know,
can. A lot
so
of them can.
and I understand that some of them are going to have to get to the wayside. I told y'all about the trips that we took. We had one little boy that went to Lincoln, and we stopped. I would always travel with something, so when we stop on the side of the road, you know, kids might not have had nothing, and he might want some of this, whatever. So I was always able to do that. There's one kid went in there stealing, and we had to get the men, put them to the side. We out of town. I don't know what little country town we was in. We was somewhere in Alabama, wherever we was.
Right.
But we had to have a conversation with him. But we had a man-up conversation with him. And he had an opportunity to understand that we wasn't jiving, but we didn't have to whip him. We didn't put our hands on him. But that's what we got to have.
That's what we got to do.
We got to have these men, and some of these no balls men. I want to say something else, but respect Mama King. We got to have some men, DEWBERRY, and then these guys that's out here acting like they have as gangsters. We got to turn them around and get them committed to say, hey, look, man, here's the deal. And if a real gangster is somebody that's real, 100%. Because not just when it's time to, you know, and do all of what you're doing. If you're a real man, and you're a real gangster, because even Al Capone and Don Corleone, they was gangsters, but they were real men. And still a gangster. But what we got to do, we have to help the queens. We have to get out there and address the things on the tough side of it and understand that, okay, he's a little hard-headed, but he's going to be all right. We get him in line so that he can then turn around and listen and begin to love. Because as you said, they're not even respecting their mother. And if you don't respect your mother, and you've lost all respect for everybody, for everything, for every issue. But we, and I'm talking to every man that's listening right this minute, y'all got to come on. If you're going to be in there for a song and dog show and just want to bump your gums, keep your butt away from here. We're going to need that. We need some commitment. We need some real folks that's going to come with some love, some intentions to help and help make these things happen, man. You know, you can still go do your thing. You still wear your gold. You can still wear your grills. You can still do whatever you do. At the end of the day, man, it's us talking because our queens, they got all of when we in prison, who's left at the house?
The queens.
The queen.
Facts.
And when we come back from prison, who's at the house?
The queen's at the house.
The queen's at the house. And while we're gone, who took care of things? The queen. While we needed money on our books, who was it?
The queen.
Queen. The mother. And that's what we're gonna have to do. But I gotta say one thing to the queens. The queens, they gotta step up to the plate. Because the queens got to be the mama. The queens are the ones that's got to cover up. The queens got to be the ones that keep things a secret. The queens got to be the ones to raise that little girl and raise that little boy and not be calling them little bitches. That's my little bitch. Charleston went off on one when he was here. I said, Charleston, are the 3-year-olds, the 10-year-olds, 13-year-olds, are they bitches? Charleston paused. Never will forget it. Then Charleston hit the table. Yeah, they some little bitches. Oh, God damn. I said, oh, my goodness, Charleston help me, Charleston. But he went on to explain exactly what you said. Because that particular mother is the one that Charleston says, well, that's my little bitch right there.
Yeah, that's what she
I'm a bad bitch, okay? And dressing that way. We just have to try to bring it back, y'all.
And also in reference, because I got many stories, many thoughts, in reference to the gangster.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't blame a kid for the daddy not being around and also blame him for being bad for trying to be the gangster.
Okay.
They're emulating an angry mother.
Okay.
They're mimicking an angry mother. They not gangster. That's not gangster. You see, they compare it with the rap music. But when you watch them and you hear them, they're doing everything that they hear their moms and their whoever the woman that's influenced them, that's who they're mimicking. So what we have is young male boys that are mimicking tough women. Because when they on them phones, see, like when we used to be on the phone with my grandmother, you had to go over there till I get through. Granny, Big Mama, she do this.
And she meant it.
And I did it. I don't know what she did after I left, because I didn't know, because I was gone. But these boys and their parents, they sitting there, they talking, girl, that nigga, that bitch, that hoe, that's the gangster. They not gangster. Because how many gangsters you know shoot people? They fight. Gangsters, we know fault. They fight. Okay, man, meet me at Angelo's. You know where Angelo? Meet me up at the Angelo. Meet me at Deer Path Park. Meet me here. We gonna fight. We gonna fight.
And we wasn't fighting with guns.
They wasn't fighting with guns. They mimicking what they hear. Oh, I'll shoot that bitch. I'll shoot that hoe. They on the phone. And then guess what? When you pick up your phone or you're talking to an adult, or if I reach over there and hug DEWBERRY, oh, Miss King and DEWBERRY, I said, no, this is a healthy relationship. I work with him.
Facts.
He's not my boyfriend. I don't like DEWBERRY, but he's a male.
You don't like DEWBERRY?
I can hug him. I'm explaining to
I
the
know,
boy.
I'm just messing with you.
I love DEWBERRY.
I'm just messing with you. Mama Key, I be jumping in every time I can. Just those little messages.
I'm trying to tell you.
No.
But I try to teach them that frame of mindset. Just because I have one, I'm going to give you a story. I have to,
Okay.
This is my,
Take your time.
I had one, he was about 15 maybe. Oh, look at her fat ass. I said, oh, look at your little penis.
Oh, goddamn.
Yeah, because see, you embarrassed me, I'm going to get you back. Oh, man, you ain't have to do all that. I said, you ain't have to do all that. I said, you think you the only somebody to see I got a fat booty? You think you the only one to see that? I said, but I'm not a child. I'm a grown woman. I'm an adult.
How old was
First of all, he was 15. I said, what's in your head doesn't always need to come out your mouth.
God doggone right.
Respect me. I'm not a child on the street. I said, then you in front of all of your little friends, you think you had to be the one to say it, so I had to embarrass you in front of your friends, but guess what? They see what you see. I've been built like this all my life. But it's a respect thing. I said, just imagine me being your mother and walking through here. How you think if your friends holler at your mama like that, what would you think about that? Oh, no, miss, I wouldn't like. I said, well, I don't like it either. And I got children at home. But guess what? I ain't going to never talk under your clothes. I said, but I do appreciate you for liking women. I appreciate you for acknowledging. But I'm a grown woman. I don't play with kids like that.
Facts.
I never disrespect you.
Facts.
Ever since that day, that kid was...
Facts.
I don't want to talk about it, but he came back over to the juvenile. He got sentenced to TDC. He ran through some staff to get to me. Miss King, where you been, man? Where you been, Mom? I miss you. Oh, well, you got it. I said, yeah, I did, baby. I said, how you been doing, dog? This supposed to be one of the toughest kids. They got him one-on-one security. They got him just need love. He just needs to know that I'm not scared of him. And I told all of them, I don't care how big you are, I'm not scared of none of y'all kids.
Well, and I'm gonna piggyback off that,
Come
right?
on.
One thing about it is, I always tell people, show me the toughest kid. Show them to me. I don't care who it is. If you show me the toughest kid in any facility, let me sit down and talk with him. First thing you do is take them away from everything.
That's right. I agree.
Remove the audience, remove everybody, and you just sit down there. And now, if you got it in you, you can get it out of him. And that's just reality. I tell people that in this world, in prison, you probably have a 1% that's just gone. In prison, you might have a 1% that's gone. The 99%, they just won't help. It's reality. And when we sit around and I watch these kids come out of juvenile, and I watch them come back into society, I watch their behavior. But also I watch who looking over them. Who looking over them? Go get a job. Why you not working? I'm real with any kid. I don't care who it is. When I see a youngster out there and he just got out of juvenile and I see who he hanging with, who he with, get what I tell him? You going to the penitentiary.
Right back,
Man, don't be saying that. This is real. Y'all always talking about keeping it real. I'm going to keep it 1,000. You going to the penitentiary because I'm ready for you to go there than be a hump in the ground. Because sometimes that institution, they don't help you because of the books, the colleges and all that. They help you because of the experiences that you're going to have to go through and that you don't want to go through no more. I tell people, man, I know what it's like to sleep on the ground in prison when it's 120 degrees and it ain't no AC. That broke me. I don't want to go back to that. I know what it's like for a little white boy just fresh out of high school to tell me, nigga, come over here. And all you can do is say, boy, come on now. I know what that's like. So I ask myself, do I want to keep going through that? It's not going to get better. It's getting worse. So we got to be on point with this. Now, you said you were speaking on something. You want to go to Washington, D.C. to get these, these convicts back their privileges once they free. This what I say.
Yeah.
Because I'm a convict, 18 years flat. Half of 90, I don't think we need to give them their privileges when they come back. Nah, they don't need that. You know why? They need to earn that.
I agree with that.
Because at the end of the day, we kicked everybody's ass in the neighborhood. We disrespected every mama, every grandmama, and everybody in them neighborhoods. We shotgun from the sun up to sundown. Oh, and we want to come home and say, man, Conway, come on, Conway, let me get my privileges back, bro. Nah. Help clean up this neighborhood that you once tore down.
Earn it.
Earn it. Earn it. Then you might can be elected to get back some of your privileges.
And I agree with that. I think it ought to be some level of an opportunity and to earn it. Because let me tell you something. That's a great point. Make them earn it. Earn it, you appreciate it. If you have an opportunity to get it, here's the program. I'm just going to say a program
Facts.
that you have to go through.
Facts.
In order to earn that, and you go through that, you prove your point, you prove your status, bam, we'll consider your rights.
Yeah.
Because there's so many people like you, so many people like me, that we really need our rights. I know a lot of people that did 30, 40 years in prison, been home 10, 15, 20 years. They old. They old. I mean, they don't have a they don't have nothing in their life yet. They just want to live life. But they got to go and live off of disability, saying they went crazy when sometimes all they need is a good job. It'll save them. It'll save them. And don't give me no job while I'm making no $10, $12 an hour either. Let's keep it real.
Right.
I can't take care of my kids with this job. So then I'm still considered a deadbeat because I still got child support to pay. And y'all expect for me to live a, no, come on, don't do me like that. And guess what? I don't say that they have a mental problem. Man, but when you gotta go through going to work and your check ain't nothing but $100 because they done took out all of these back old child support, they done took out all of this, and you still gotta pay rent, and you walking around, nah, they ain't got no mental health. Man, it'll drive you, man, it'll drive you to the point where, man, you know what? I don't give a you know what about nothing. So it's certain things that we gotta be able to own. I go back to ownership. I go back to bonding together. Come on, why we gotta start owning things so I can give these kids something to work towards.
But you know what? It's going to be a little difficult. You know why? Owning things in our community. Because we can own some little things. One, we don't exchange with one another. We got something to say about that. Then the next thing, this is just where I see it. And I'm going to specifically talk about Oak Cliff, South Dallas. But I'm talking to Philadelphia, Chicago, everything, because it's St. Atlanta, everybody, same thing everywhere you go. You ever played Monopoly? I love Monopoly.
Me too.
You can't beat me in Monopoly.
I might can get you.
Yeah.
I love you too, Caraway.
I'm tough now.
All the hotels, I ain't buying nothing else. I get the boardwalk.
And what is happening is on our corners, in our communities, we're not owning the corners no more.
Facts.
And the first thing you want to do is lock down them corners, okay? And because you got to turn the corner everywhere you go. And the corner controls this way and that way if you're on the corner, okay? And we've given up all of our stores. Where are our black grocery stores?
Come on now.
Now, we got Gibson in West Dallas now, you know. But where are our black stores? Who's owning them? Well, we're not. So it's going to be a little difficult to get back, and within the next 20, 30 years, I'll be gone by that time, okay? So that store, that corner is locked down. And what is that corner selling? Well, that corner, they're selling Black and Mild, single cigarettes, chips, and they not even the beauty supply house separate from this store.
No, they all own
it. They own this part of it. See, they got the corner, and now they opening up the super centers on the corners, okay, and all that. So that's a corner that we don't have. So we've lost the corners. Now everybody in Oak Cliff, for example, in South Dallas, they're beginning now to move out to DeSoto, Duncanville, Cedar Hill, Lancaster, and everywhere else. That means so they've abandoned all of this, and now the other ethnicities are moving in where we left.
Yes.
And now those are out there, way out there, away from town, okay? And now downtown, they're building all the apartments downtown, but now the credit checks and the applications have got so they can select whoever they want to have come in there.
Fact.
If you're a felon, you can't come there.
Facts.
If you got bad credit, you can't come there. If you're this, that, and the other, you can't come there. So they controls that. So now these people out here, they stuck.
Yeah.
Because they ain't gonna be able to come back in. They ain't gonna be nowhere for them to go. Can't afford to go down here. All right? But, and all of the stores and things, y'all, we ain't owning them.
We
Where
don't
we
own
going? Now, I appreciate all the entrepreneurs. I met a lot of entrepreneurs. They doing their thing now. You can work from home. COVID showed us that. You can do some different things, and we can do all of the different stuff you can do from home. That's the only way I think we're going to make it right now until we decide to come. Where are the preachers that's working with you?
You see, you scared to throw out some names like you told me.
Where are the preachers?
I don't know. Boy, they let me down so bad. I don't even
Do they care?
I don't have a comment on that.
I don't think they do. I have.
See, we so caught up, and I don't knock nobody going to church. Please don't think I am. But what I'm saying is, we so caught up in the gossip, but that we deleting the word.
We so caught up in
We
the
caught up
man.
in the gossip,
We so caught up in the man.
and we
forgot about
ain't caught up at all with the gospel.
the gospel.
You get what I'm saying?
Oh, I completely understand. Because
So-
I'll call some of their names out, okay? Because we got some jackleg preachers. I want you to know that.
Man,
All
tell me
right,
about it.
and so I'm just keeping it real. They know who they are, and they know I know who some of them are, but not all of them. Not my preacher. Reverend Parrish at Truly Missionary Baptist Church out of East Committed. He's there. And there are others that are there.
Yes,
I just called out my preacher's name. You know.
yes.
But there are other preachers that are honorable, committed, and trying to do what's right. But we're voiceless without the preacher coming in to the home, talking to the family, and getting them to come into church so that we can put the wisdom into them. Because on Saturday nights when I was growing up, man, we was at home on Saturday night. My mom was in the kitchen cooking. She was cooking for Sunday. And now
That ain't
they
going
out
on
at
no
that
more.
ain't going on no more.
Nah, that ain't
they
going
out
on
there.
no
They out there twerking
Nah, that ain't going
on
on
Saturday
no
night.
more. So really to the point where we know that's not happening no more,
What we do?
now get what we do. We the voice. We the voice. We the ones that they watching now. To be honest with you, what you creating right now is what the world is watching now. They picking up their phone, they going straight to YouTube. So for people to really think this is the new generation now, to open up their phone, let me go check out what Caraway talking about. Now everybody's watching. So what you done did is you creating a platform for your voice to be heard.
Well, here's the deal. And I know we get a little long-winded. I get long-winded. I know you're going to have to do some cutting and shooting me down, but don't shoot nothing they saying down. Here's the deal. Let me tell y'all this. This is just the beginning of a conversation that we need to have. This ain't for me. This ain't for me. But I want to make sure that you all know we can use this platform to do whatever it is we need to do. If you can get some of the little folks to get a pass, because I think out the box, and we can get them over here, and we can sit around, we can talk around this round table right here. Put them out there, see what's on their mind, give them an opportunity to express themselves, okay, without the threat. They ain't gonna come being cool or whatever the case is. So we can hear some of the things that we need to do. Then make sure we get these folks that's in a position that ain't doing their job to understand the need that we do need to have. So then we can figure out how we can get the things that can help you do a better job there. But it's gonna take everybody. They're going to have to meet some people, DEWBERRY.
Facts.
You're going to have to open up the doors, and you're going to tell them we got somebody coming. I've spoke before at the juvenile, but it was on I-30 when I was there.
I'm at that one now. Yes, sir.
Okay, you over there now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, because I've been over there, and I've made my little contributions. I went over there to get some little youngsters when they had to go to court and had to be heard, and I forgot all of the different stuff. I've done so much stuff, I forgot what it was, but I was there, having had to speak on certain kids' behalf. I'm not beyond that. Betty Culbreath, you know Betty?
I don't think so.
All right, well, Betty worked there and was over that, and she was here on the podcast, and she's a little hot about what's going on over there with the kids being there, not being heard or going to court and being there with excessive number of time, and it's reasons for that, and so that's been a concern with the court. Okay, I think they've changed board members or whatever's going on. Whatever's going on, we'll leave that right there for now. But whatever it is we need to do to get them, we'll get them. Now I'm gonna take 100 little boys fishing in September, and we're gonna buy them some rod and reels, tackle boxes, and all of that, and we're gonna take them fishing. I'm not opposed to saying, okay, and I'll talk to the judges. I'll talk to Judge Shannon or whoever it is that need to be talked to, and let the DA figure out how we can get some of them out to go and do something and show them some other things so we can kind of short circuit them prior to going to TDC. Okay? Sky's the limit with me. I'm not afraid to ask, and I don't like to accept no for an answer, because I think that when we jump out there and we put ourselves in the position to try to do what's right and what's best, then the hell with all the rules. We make rules.
Right.
We set policy.
Right.
You can go get permission from somebody. Hell, and if the judge that sentenced them come go fishing with us, goddammit. And so we can supervise and see. Get the police, get the sheriff, so they can understand that we ain't gonna have them out there no handcuffs and chains, but we ain't gonna have just anybody out there that's gonna be. There's gonna be some discipline now. As you can see on my trip, there's gonna be some discipline.
Facts.
But we have to be able to make a difference and save every single kid or as many kids we possibly can. TDC is full, and the federal prisons are full, and lives are being short, and fights and things. They had a fight out there in Cedar Hill, I understand, Saturday night at the trampoline park. Are y'all aware of that? They said they was out there fighting like hell Saturday night at the trampoline. It was Duncanville versus DeSoto or whatever it was, and they meet at the trampoline park, and they had a big blowout out there. Okay? We got to do something about it. Now, y'all ain't going to like what I'm going to say, and I'm going to say it straight in the camera. I'm the one that put the curfew in place. I'm the one that banned K2 in 2010. What happened? I banned K2 in the city of Dallas. I knew what was going on. I banned K2. I put in a curfew where the kids couldn't be hanging out like they're hanging out. The kid got to be a kid.
Right.
But you ain't supposed to be out there at no 2, 3 in the morning. You supposed to have your little ass at home. And the parents supposed to be there making sure your ass is in bed or doing something.
Yeah.
So it's somebody's fault that you out there.
Right.
Now, and so now I'm just zero tolerance with this bullshit.
Right.
And they need to bring discipline back into school. All you got to do is see somebody get his ass whooped, then the other ain't gonna want to get whooped. Yeah, don't kill him. But this CPS stuff and all this don't hit my child. Beat the hell out of mine if mine is out of order. And if we can't beat your child, you come away from work, you come over there and you take care of your own kid. Leave your job, and you got 1 hour to be here, or it's going to be some ass whooping.
Right.
Now, and this, hey, I know I'm going to get a lot of comments about it. I don't care, because it's just the truth. Don't let one kid spoil the opportunity for 30.
Facts.
Don't let one spoil the opportunity for 30. Look, you guys, my main man over there, Troy, I know he's mad and tired and trying to wear me down. I done wore him down. I done wore the audience down. I done shot the numbers all down. I done got all off beat and all off everything. But I'm telling you what, this is needed. And we need to have more of it.
Great conversation.
We need to have more of it. I cannot fix a problem if I don't know what the problem is.
Yeah.
If I know what the problem is, I'm going to jump right in the middle of it. And you can't nobody tell me I can't. Can't nobody tell me I can't. Okay? And we got to jump in this together. We got to get them boys at the barber shop. Get the barbers together. We got to get the preachers together. You said something about the lawyers and doctors. We need to walk with lawyers and doctors into the juvenile place all at the same day, the same time, not just one, a whole bunch of them. Fraternities need to get their stuff together so we can walk over there and go in there as men.
Facts.
Men need to come and help us go and
Facts.
take these little boys fishing, take them, put their little butts on top of some horses and take them horseback riding and do some things that their daddies who are incarcerated cannot do while a single mom is trying to take care of them and be the mama and the daddy.
Facts.
I say hats off to the lady, to the single mom being the mama and the daddy. But now the mamas gotta come on, gotta lock these dudes out. You can't just give up all the cup and the cake at the same time.
Facts.
You got to kind of manage it.
That's right.
Okay? And when they see everything that you got, ain't nothing for them to do but to come get it and leave and go make them another move somewhere else. You know, you be the lady, be the lady, be the lady, be the mother. And then these sorry men, those that are, hell, if my girl is on Section 8, and I ain't got to worry, and she got that Lone Star card, she can swipe it and go get the steaks and the shrimp and everything on it. You know, hell, and got the cable taken care of, and the rent at $8 a month, and I'm just gone and laying up having a good time. Well, shit, that's her fault.
Yeah.
The man's supposed to be out there working. Make him open up your damn door. Sit there, ladies.
Get back to that again.
Get back to all of that. Pump your damn gas. You know, hell, I still do this. This is where I was raised, dude.
Nah, real talk.
This is where I was raised.
Real talk.
You know, let's get the men coming on in. Let's
Facts.
save these little young brothers from being in jail. We done been there. We done had to wear other people's drawers. We done had to wear other people's clothes.
Facts.
We done had to step on the floor. We done had to smell other Negroes' farts and hear niggas snoring and all this old bullshit and all that damn baloney. I'm sick of Jimmy Sacks. I don't want another damn Jimmy Shack. I don't want none of this.
No, facts.
I don't want none of it. I'm just keeping it 100% real. And we need to tell them what's waiting on them if they go.
And that's what the real is.
That's what the real is.
You've been listening to The Other Side with Dwayne Caraway. Thank you for joining us. Tune in next time for more great guests, insightful conversation, a little bit of humor, and a whole lot of truth on The Other Side with Dwayne Caraway.